Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Like everything that could go wrong did? Maybe you were rejected, betrayed, or knocked down when you were just trying to rise? But here's the truth you need to hear. They never stood a chance. You see, God has always had a plan for you, one that no enemy, no betrayal, no obstacle can stop. The same people who tried to break you. They'll soon have no choice but to watch as you rise higher than they ever thought possible. It may have seemed like your struggles were meant to break you, but in reality, they were preparing you for the greatest comeback. Your setbacks weren't defeats. They were setups for the divine elevation that's about to unfold. And those who doubted you, who laughed at your dreams, they'll be speechless when they see what God is about to do in your life. Your victory is inevitable, and the world will soon know that God's hand has always been over your life. So get ready. This is the moment when everything changes and the tables turn in your favor. If you've been feeling the weight of opposition, remember this. Your rise is unstoppable, and the world is about to witness the power of God's plan in your life. They underestimated you. Those who tried to break you had no idea that God was preparing you for something greater. If you are a chosen one, you've probably noticed that not everyone gets you. From the very start, people doubted you, your dreams, your abilities, and the spark inside of you. They saw your confidence, but they didn't see the fire that God was building deep within you. They thought they could break you, but they had no idea that their attacks were actually setting the stage for something much bigger. You see, the chosen ones always face obstacles. It's part of the divine preparation. Those who tried to tear you down didn't realize that they were simply playing a role in God's greater plan. You might have faced rejection, ridicule, or betrayal, but every trial was a lesson. It wasn't about them winning. It was about you being shaped into the person who can handle the blessings ahead. When the world tries to break you, God is only building your foundation stronger. They saw weakness, but what they didn't see was your potential. Think about the times you were underestimated, the times when people thought you couldn't handle more or that you wouldn't bounce back. But now look at you, standing taller, wiser, and more determined than ever. The chosen ones don't crumble under pressure, they rise. Your journey is proof that God was preparing you for something great, something they could never have predicted. And now that preparation is about to pay off in a way that leaves them in awe. But just wait, this is only the beginning. Every setback was a setup. What looked like a defeat was actually positioning you for a powerful comeback. If you feel different from others, it's because you've experienced setbacks that most people couldn't even imagine. But here's the thing, every single setback wasn't a sign of failure. It was God setting you up for a comeback so powerful it would leave everyone speechless. The chosen ones always seem to face the toughest battles, but those battles are never without purpose. What seemed like a loss was actually positioning you to step into your destiny. When life knocked you down, did you ever stop and think that maybe it wasn't as bad as it seemed? That maybe, just maybe, the pain and the struggle were part of the divine process? While others saw defeat, God saw potential. The setbacks, the heartbreaks, and the challenges were not the end of your story. They were simply stepping stones to your ultimate victory. The chosen ones learn this early. What feels like a loss is just a setup for a greater comeback. Now, when you look back, can you see the pattern? Every time you were pushed to your limits, it wasn't to break you, but to make you stronger. And when the time comes for you to rise, you'll rise with such power and wisdom that those who doubted you won't even recognize the person you've become. But as you prepare for this amazing comeback, there's something even bigger in store, something that no one could have predicted. Are you ready for it? God's plan is unstoppable. No enemy, no betrayal, no obstacle can stop what God has destined for you. If you are a chosen one, you've likely had moments when it felt like the world was against you. Enemies rose up, betrayal came from places you never expected, and obstacles seemed endless. But here's the truth that many overlook. No enemy, no betrayal, no obstacle can stop what God has destined for you. The chosen ones always know this, deep down. God's plan is unstoppable. No matter what the world throws your way, your destiny is secured. Have you ever had a moment where everything seemed to fall apart? It could have been a lost job, a broken relationship, or a failure that made you question everything. But what you didn't know was that God was using those very setbacks to catapult you into something far greater. Nothing can derail God's plan for your life. No amount of opposition can change what's been written for you. Your path is already laid out, and even the darkest moments can't obscure the light that's meant to shine through you. Think of the times you felt alone, as if the weight of the world was on your shoulders. The chosen ones are often called to walk a path that others can't understand. But in those quiet moments, when it feels like everything is falling apart, God is at work in ways that are invisible to others. And soon, you'll see how every struggle, every challenge, was simply part of the larger plan that no one, not even your enemies, could stop. Your victory is already written. It's just waiting for you to claim it. Elevation in front of your enemies. They tried to block your path, but now they'll have no choice but to witness your success. If you are a chosen one, you've likely noticed how some people tried everything to block your path. They doubted you, tried to discourage you, or even actively worked against you. But here's the twist. God has a way of elevating his chosen ones right in front of their enemies. It's almost as if God uses your enemies as a stage to display your greatness. And now, as you rise, those very people who tried to tear you down will have no choice but to watch your success unfold. When others tried to stand in your way, they didn't realize that they were actually helping you build your resilience. The chosen ones always find a way to rise, no matter how hard the opposition tries. While they thought they could block your path, God was actually using their resistance to propel you forward. Your elevation isn't just about you. It's about showing the world that God's hand is truly upon you, and there's nothing anyone can do to change that. Picture this. Those who once doubted you, who maybe even laughed at your dreams, will now have to witness your success from the sidelines. The tables are about to turn, and they'll be left speechless as they watch you elevate higher than they ever thought possible. But this isn't just about proving them wrong. It's about fulfilling the purpose that God has placed on your life. And you're just getting started. Are you ready for the next phase of your rise? Strength born from struggles. The pain they caused only made you stronger, wiser, and more determined. If you're a chosen one, you've felt it. The weight of the struggles, the pain, the heartache. At times, it felt like it was too much to bear. But the truth is, the chosen ones are made stronger by their struggles. Every trial you faced, every person who hurt you, only added to the strength, wisdom, and determination that you carry within you. You may not have seen it at the time, but every challenge was molding you into the powerful person you are becoming. Those who tried to break you, they didn't realize they were only making you tougher. What others saw as weaknesses were actually the building blocks of your strength. The chosen ones always grow through what they go through. And as you've endured, you've gained wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of your purpose. What once seemed like unbearable pain is now the very source of your inner power, propelling you forward with more clarity than ever. Look at you now, stronger, wiser, more focused than you've ever been. The pain didn't destroy you, it refined you. The chosen ones know that their strength isn't given, it's earned. You've earned every ounce of it through the struggles you've faced. And what you don't realize yet is that this strength is exactly what's going to carry you through to the next level. You're about to step into a future you've been preparing for all along. The tables are turning. The same people who doubted you will soon be speechless as God lifts you higher. If you are a chosen one, you've probably experienced moments when others didn't believe in you. Maybe they laughed at your dreams, talked behind your back, or tried to convince you that you weren't good enough. But here's the thing, the tables are turning. The same people who doubted you will soon be speechless as God lifts you higher than they ever imagined. The chosen ones know that God's timing is perfect, and when He decides it's your time, nothing can hold you back. Those who once thought you wouldn't make it are about to watch you rise in ways that will leave them stunned. God's favor is upon you, and the very people who rejected you will be forced to see your success. The chosen ones are often overlooked at first, but when God's hand is on your life, no one can stop what's coming next. It might have seemed like they were ahead, but they never knew you were just being prepared for something greater. This shift won't just be noticeable, it will be undeniable. You'll find yourself in a position where your success is so evident that those who doubted you won't be able to say a word. They will have no choice but to watch as God continues to elevate you. And as they witness your rise, you'll be reminded that everything you've been through was necessary for this very moment. But what's next for you is even more extraordinary than you think. Get ready for what's coming. Your enemies are powerless. No attack can prosper when you are covered by divine favor. If you are a chosen one, you've probably felt the weight of opposition in your life. But here's a powerful truth you need to remember. Your enemies are powerless. No attack, no matter how fierce or relentless, can prosper when you are covered by divine favor. The chosen ones always stand firm in the knowledge that their protection comes from a higher power, and no weapon formed against them will succeed. Your enemies might try, but they can't touch what God has blessed. Every attack they throw at you only bounces off because God's favor surrounds you like a shield. Have you noticed that the harder they try to bring you down, the stronger you become? The chosen ones know that God fights battles for them that they don't even have to engage in. When you're covered by divine favor, nothing the enemy does can alter your course. No matter how loud they get, no matter how hard they push, they are powerless against the plan God has for you. Think back to the times you felt under attack, times when everything seemed to be falling apart, but somehow you emerged unscathed. That wasn't by chance, that was divine protection. The chosen ones have an undeniable strength that comes from knowing they are never alone in their battles. And when your enemies realize that their attacks have no effect, they'll be left to watch in disbelief as you continue to rise, untouchable and unstoppable. A new chapter begins. What was meant to destroy you is now fueling your rise to greatness. If you are a chosen one, you've probably been through some tough times that felt like they might break you. It may have seemed like the challenges were designed to destroy you, but in reality, they were preparing you for what's next. What the enemy intended for harm has now become the fuel for your rise to greatness. The chosen ones always realize that their darkest moments were just the beginning of something far more powerful. The pain, the betrayals, the failures, everything that you thought would hold you back is now part of the story that leads to your elevation. Those difficult times didn't break you. They shaped you into the person who can now stand firm and embrace your purpose. Every struggle you've faced has given you the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience you need to step into the next chapter of your life. You're no longer defined by what you've been through, but by what you're about to become. Now you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, and this time you're going to write the story. What once threatened to destroy you is now propelling you toward your true destiny. The chosen ones know that their purpose was always greater than the pain they experienced. And what's coming next is going to be bigger, better, and more fulfilling than anything you could have ever imagined. This is just the beginning, and it's going to be incredible. Surrounded by divine support, God is aligning the right people and opportunities to push you forward. If you are a chosen one, you've likely noticed that things are starting to align in your favor. It might have seemed like you were walking this journey alone, but now you're starting to realize that God has been placing the right people and opportunities in your path all along. The chosen ones always have divine support, and just when you need it most, the right people step into your life to push you forward. God is aligning everything in perfect timing. Think about the people who have recently come into your life, those who offer wisdom, encouragement, and even practical help. These are not coincidences. God is carefully orchestrating your connections to ensure that you are equipped to fulfill your destiny. The chosen ones understand that divine support often comes in the form of people who will help guide, protect, and elevate them. And just when you thought you were alone, you'll see how God has been building a network around you to ensure your success. As you continue to rise, you'll find that doors are opening, opportunities are appearing, and people are showing up to support your journey. You've already been through the hard part, and now God is sending the right people to help you step into your purpose. The chosen ones don't walk alone. They're always surrounded by divine support, and this is just the beginning of a season of amazing collaborations and growth. Are you ready for the doors to open wide? Your victory is their lesson. Your success will serve as undeniable proof that God's hand has always been over your life. If you are a chosen one, you've probably realized by now that your journey has never been about just you. Your story, your victories, and your rise are about more than personal success. They serve as a powerful lesson to those who doubted you. The chosen ones know this. Your success will not only show that God's hand has been with you every step of the way, but it will also serve as undeniable proof that He can transform any situation, no matter how impossible it seemed. The same people who tried to bring you down, the ones who thought you wouldn't make it, they will be forced to look at your success and recognize the power of God in your life. Your victory will be a lesson to them about faith, perseverance, and divine timing. The chosen ones don't just rise for their own benefit, they rise to show others the undeniable power of God's presence in their lives. And when they see you rise, they'll know that nothing can stand in the way of what God has destined for you. As you continue to walk in your purpose and embrace your success, remember that it's not just about you, it's about showing the world what's possible when you trust in God's plan. Your victory will be a lesson to many, and it will inspire others to believe that they too can overcome and achieve greatness. The chosen ones always shine, and in doing so, they light the way for others to follow. Now that you know the truth, nothing and no one can stop what God has destined for you. It's time to take action. Are you ready to step into your purpose? To rise higher than you've ever imagined and show the world the power of God's plan? The time is now, and your victory is closer than you think. Your success will serve as a powerful lesson to those who doubted you, and your story will inspire others to believe in their own power. So don't hold back. Embrace the elevation that's coming your way, because your journey isn't just for you. It's for everyone who needs to see what's possible when you trust in God's timing. Take a moment and reflect. What's the next step in your journey? What does your rise look like? Share your thoughts, your experiences, and let's keep the conversation going. And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and get ready for more powerful messages that will inspire you to keep moving forward in your divine purpose.